Morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing great because we are just 3 days away from Battlefield 6, and the hype, at least for me, is at an all-time high. At this point, I think the only thing that could go horribly wrong is EA lied and the servers aren't actually ready for the amount of players that are about to jump on. But we'll see. It actually went pretty well during the beta, so I think they can pull it off. You know it's a wild year for gaming when EA has unironically done very well this year, and I actually believe in them. Split Fiction was a banger, and now it looks like Battlefield is going to be a banger as well. I gotta give them props where it's due. But do you know who I have almost no faith in? Activision, because they have broken mine and the community's trust so many times, I feel like I can't trust anything they do, even though they have taken skill-based matchmaking out of almost every playlist in BO7. I feel like we don't even have a guarantee that this is gonna stay a thing, even though everybody is responding incredibly well to it. And even though Black Ops 7 is far more enjoyable multiplayer-wise without skill-based matchmaking, it still does have a bunch of other issues, and again, people are so dead set on Battlefield 6 already, I don't think they're gonna be able to win enough people back over. It's almost like they should have taken out skill-based matchmaking after Modern Warfare 2019 when everybody complained about it, but what do I know? But regardless, I have covered Call of Duty Fanboys numerous times over the past month or so, really past 2 months at this point. And obviously I knew that eventually I was gonna run out of Fanboys to talk about for the time being, but I remember saying in one of my videos that regardless of how good or bad Black Ops 7 ended up being, when Battlefield 6 came out, people would still find ways to be mad about it and defend Call of Duty, and lo and behold, I was right. Because on the 4th of October, so a few days ago, Battlefield just posted this: 6 days stand between you and the front line. The countdown to all-out war is on. And just this post, just a simple them counting down the days until their game comes out, triggered COD fanboys. And I found several in the replies that I'd like to take a look at and just laugh at. But before we get into that, if you keep coming back to my videos and you haven't subbed yet, please consider subscribing. I upload fairly often, and I imagine I'll be making a lot of Battlefield and COD videos over the next couple months. Also, if you just like to clown on irrational people in general, no matter what game they play or what platform they may be on, I think you'll probably like it here. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the salty replies to Battlefield existing. BO7 clears, especially if they add no SBMM as the base matchmaking system. Okay, I'm gonna keep it an absolute stack with you, my guy. Even if Call of Duty completely removes SBMM, Battlefield 6 will still be better. And that's coming from somebody who has put a lot of time into both of the game's betas. Black Ops 7 has numerous issues that go beyond skill-based matchmaking. And while it's great that they're addressing it, and while skill-based matchmaking is arguably the biggest issue, there's still other issues. For example, the map design. I gave it credit in my initial BO7 beta review, but honestly, even with the no skill-based matchmaking playlist, my opinion on the maps has kind of gone down a bit because, like I said in that video, it's got this weird thing where there's just too many places to get shot from. I'm hereby dubbing the game Backshot 7, because that's what it is. I wonder if enough people start calling the game Backshot 7, will it confuse like Google AI and stuff, and that'll be the search results? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me, but either way. On top of the maps, the time to kill is just way too fast. Not to mention the spawns kind of suck. They're definitely not the worst I've seen in a COD game, but I definitely don't think they help with the maps. Also, I love how this guy says, especially if they add no SBMM, meaning that apparently, according to him, BO7 clears either way, regardless of if it has skill-based matchmaking or not. BO7 barely has a chance without skill-based matchmaking, let alone with it. I mean, I guess it is an opinion thing at the end of the day, but I'm just here to let you know that your opinion is wrong. Anyway, let's continue on. BF6 clears BO7 in quotes, and then it's that picture of all the Buzz Lightyears in the store, just making fun of people who say that BF6 is better than BO7 because they're like all the same or whatever. Hey, here's the thing. You can make fun of people for thinking that Battlefield 6 is going to be better than Black Ops 7, say that they're all bots, say that they're all the same or whatever, but at the end of the day, there's a reason that this is the common sentiment on the internet. Battlefield 6 proved itself during the beta. The only thing that Black Ops 7 has proven is how desperate Activision is. And honestly, all I'm getting from you posting this is that you're just trying to be different by saying that Black Ops 7 is better. Hey, make fun of people for having the same opinion all you want. I would rather have the same opinion as everyone else, but genuinely feel that way as opposed to just hating the thing that everybody else likes and preferring the other thing because I think it makes me look cool or something. Like, I actually don't know what's more annoying, when people just go with the crowd because they don't know how to form their own opinions, or when people just try to be different and hate whatever's popular. I think the latter is worse, honestly. Anyway, what do we have next? Brother, no one playing Battlefield for $80 with no BR. Who's gonna tell this guy that the game has a BR? It's just not gonna be like a main official mode as far as I know. It's gonna be like what Fortnite Creative does with a lot of their extra game modes, and they're just gonna tuck it away in the creative section. But the priority is still gonna be on the main game modes. Also, you're right, I'm not paying $80 for Battlefield. I paid $100, but even if I wanted to buy the standard edition, I would be paying $70. I understand there's dollars outside of US dollars, but even that aside, it seems like a lot of people are willing to pay $70 for Battlefield. I mean, it's been topping the Steam and PlayStation pre-order charts for over a month now. I honestly don't even know if Black Ops 7 has overtaken it at all yet. And you gotta remember, Black Ops 7 is on last-gen systems as well. It's on the PS4 and Xbox One. And Battlefield, which is current-gen only, is still outselling it. I think you need to put a space between the no and the one there, because that would describe Battlefield's positions on the pre-order charts. And also, can I just add, who the hell is gonna buy Battlefield specifically to play the BR? We're gonna be in all-out warfare day one, baby. What are you talking about? Within a few hours, I'm gonna forget that the Battle Royale mode even exists. Alrighty, what's up next? Actually still baffled how people prefer Battlefield, but hey, you do you, man. You're still baffled? Even after all the stuff that's happened with COD over the last year? Let's compare and contrast the two games real quick. Battlefield has no skill-based matchmaking, and I can't see any world where they would add it. Black Ops 7, they're experimenting with no skill-based matchmaking, but there's no guarantee that that'll make it into the final game. So already, Battlefield is beating COD at being casual. Also, it seems like Battlefield is very committed to not being some goofy Fortnite ripoff. Let's hope that that statement doesn't age poorly. So, look, if you prefer COD over Battlefield, that's one thing, but being baffled that people prefer Battlefield is kind of a wild thing to say. If you were talking specifically like 2042, then sure. But in general, I'm baffled at your baffledness. There you go, that's a new word. Add that one to the dictionary. And before anybody says anything, I think we all know there are dumber words in the English language than baffledness. I mean, for God's sakes, words like onomatopoeia exist. Now, what's an onomatopoeia, you might be asking? It's exactly what it sounds like. Alrighty, what do we have next? People will forget about this game within 2 months. I'm not gonna lie, dude, it sounds like you're talking about a COD game, not a Battlefield game. Battlefield 6 actually has staying power as long as they keep the updates consistent and don't make absolutely terrible changes, which, considering Vince Zampella himself is the head of this project, I don't see them messing this up. Although, I will say, it would be the ultimate irony if Battlefield 6 ended up killing itself a couple months after launch and Black Ops 7 got really good. But man, I just want to live in a world where both games are good. Is that too much to ask for? I feel like it's always either COD sucks and Battlefield is great, or Battlefield sucks and COD is great, or they just both suck. When was the last time a Battlefield and a COD game came out at the same time and they were both actually great? I'm trying to think. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, saying Battlefield 6 will be forgotten about within 2 months is laughable, especially considering Black Ops 7 is probably going to be forgotten in 3 days when Battlefield comes out. Anyway, for this last one, I actually went to this Pirate Nation post that says Battlefield 6 is currently the best-selling game on Steam and the third most wishlisted upcoming game. And this was posted on October 5th. And I actually found one comment that I wanted to talk about real quick. It's just this guy coping about the low pre-order numbers for COD. He said most people switched from Steam to Battle.net for Call of Duty a minute ago. And I'm just sitting here like, Are you sure about that? As soon as COD went to Steam, that's where I started buying the games, and I'm gonna continue to buy them there. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure Black Ops 6 was topping the pre-order charts last year, so this is not a valid excuse. If people were actually interested in the game and excited for it, it would jump up significantly. And again, this is ignoring the fact that the cross-gen Call of Duty is being outsold by the current-gen only Battlefield on PlayStation. No matter how you try to spin this, it doesn't work. Just accept that COD is not selling well this year, especially since they had to remove skill-based matchmaking from multiple playlists just to get people to play the game. I have never seen this much desperation from a company, and the fact that this is happening a few weeks after they said that they're not afraid of Battlefield because COD is too big to fail is just the icing on the cake. They could not have picked a worse year to say that. And honestly, all of these guys could not have picked worse years to defend Call of Duty. I legitimately think you would have had an easier time defending Vanguard over BO7. Okay, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but still. Guys, I always say it, but be a fan, don't be a fanboy, because then you look like a clown. If you prefer Call of Duty over Battlefield, that's fine, but please don't go on Twitter and cope saying that the pre-order numbers are low on Steam because they're actually high on Battle.net or anything like that. Just play the game, enjoy it, and don't spread misinformation. It's really not that hard. But yeah, anyway guys, with all that being said, that is all I've got for this video. And be sure to let me know, are you excited for Battlefield 6? Are you excited for BO7? Or maybe, are you excited for both? And also, would you maybe give BO7 a chance if it didn't have skill-based matchmaking? Because honestly, I think a lot of people would. Or at least they would be more inclined to give it a chance. You know, maybe they wouldn't buy the game, but they would download it on Game Pass and try it or something. I don't know. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more. Join us every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on the gaming channel for gaming streams, especially this Friday. We're going to be playing Battlefield. It's going to be great. You better be there or else I'm going to pee in your underwear drawer. Also, consider becoming a channel member to get Discord access and awesome emotes, and I will catch you all next time.